Mute for a sec.
Awesome. Sounds good. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Myositis Association's meet and greet for July. We're super excited today to be talking about the International Annual Patient Conference. So buckle up and get your fingers ready to type in the chat as we ask some questions and get to engage with you and our wonderful guests today. So my name is Lori Boyer. I'm the board chair for the board of directors with the Myositis Association, and I have wonderful guests with me here today. We have Paula Eichenbrenner, and she is our wonderful executive director here at the Myositis Association. And then we have two sets of phenomenal guests with us, and that's Ed and Marilyn McGrath, and they are wonderful TMA members, longtime members of our community, and just pure joy to be around. So we're happy to have them here. And then we have Mariel Parker, who recently joined our board of directors, also has been a wonderful care partner to her loved ones with myositis. And we're super excited to have her here today and sharing with everyone. So you might have seen at the bottom there that we want to know where you're joining in from. So if you don't mind dropping your city, state, country, wherever you may be into the Zoom chat, we would thoroughly appreciate it. Ooh, we have Australia in the house.
Yeah.
Our Maryland friends. This is great. Very cool. I see some Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, Michigan. Awesome.
New Mexico.
Ooh, New Mexico too. Very cool. Well, we'll just put a couple webinar reminders out there for you guys. The recording will be posted to YouTube. You can see there's the YouTube channel for the Myositis Association. At any point, you could drop any questions in our Zoom Q&A tool, so you can see that that's on there, and we'll do our best to get through to all of them for you. And check out the International Annual Patient Conference checklist playlist. It's been a long day. Playlist that has videos from previous conferences too, to give you an idea of, some of the wonderful content and expertise that is in the house. So just a quick reminder, we are, always focused on our mission. And so we wanted to share with you that at TMA, the mission is to improve lives of persons affected by myositis, fund innovative research, and increase myositis awareness and advocacy. So that's what we focus on with our mission-driven work. And ultimately, our vision would be a world without myositis. So thank you for being here as we continue to share awareness and learn from one another. So listen, let's just have some fun to get started. We want to know, what is your favorite way to unwind after a long day? This being hump day, it's Wednesday, we're halfway through that week. We want to know. So if you don't mind dropping that in the chat, what's something that you like to do, Mariel, to unwind after a long day?
I like to sit outside on the patio and just watch the birds and the trees and listen to the nature sounds.
So I love that you said that, because I'm literally looking at your background and it's making me smile because it just looks like beautiful out there.
Thank you so much.
Enjoying it.
Yes, yes.
What about you, Marilyn? What do you enjoy doing to unwind?
Well, I too just love being outside when I can. Unfortunately, the weather doesn't always cooperate. So that's my end of the day. Kind of have a cup of coffee and relax and get some outdoor time.
Sounds like the perfect combo, right? Coffee and outdoors. What about you, Ed?
I like to come home and pet the dog, make dinner, and then watch the Yankees win.
Woo woo! Now we're talking. What about you, Paula? How do you decompress at the end of the day?
I'm with Joe on a walk. I try to walk as much as I can every day, but especially at the end of the day. Lately, it's been an after dinner walk because it's so hot in the DC area. It's a little bit too hot to walk before dinner.
Totally understand. I live in Florida. It's hot all 24 hours of the day in the summer, so definitely can understand the need to wait. Yeah, I see some great things in here. Joe also enjoys playing some table tennis.
Is that a
Aw,
segue to talk about the Olympics? Because I was really hoping we could talk about the Olympics. I
Sure.
cannot get enough.
You like seeing them go for the gold?
I do, yes. And I love learning about sort of arcane sports I don't know much about. Like, I never knew there was big rugby and small rugby, so now I know all about rugby sevens.
Oh, good to know. I was blown away yesterday. I saw the USA team win in the last like 20 seconds of the game, the rugby first Olympic gold medal since inception. So that was pretty cool. Have you guys been checking in on any of the Olympics?
The gold in gymnastics.
That was quite spectacular. Let's see. Ooh, Rachel's got some goals. She's sitting here working on an Army 10-miler in October. So she's preparing with some training, and it's a good way to decompress. And Kanaya, I think I feel you in my soul. It says recliner. She likes to decompress and unwind in the recliner, and that's definitely a good thing. Very cool. All right, let's see. We have one more getting to know you. So, what is your favorite summer activity?
Tough one.
Summer activity. We'll start with you there, Paula, on this one.
Well, I do love the beach. I have a little 11-pound mini poodle, and he does not like the water, but he loves the sand. So we like to go to the beach once a year and bring him, and he just like digs around in the sand and uses his whole face to make sand holes.
That's awesome.
I
That
see
is
Linda
awesome.
is with me on the beach.
Yes. What about you, Mariel?
Just like Paula, we are looking forward to going to the beach in a couple of weeks and just really travel. We spend much of the summer trying to squeeze that in the school schedule times.
Definitely understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you guys, Marilyn and Ed?
Well, I think our favorite activity, summer activity, is just spending time with the grandkids. We also take a family vacation with them to the beach, and that's always our favorite, even though it's, you know, some things that you have to prepare for.
Sure. Absolutely. Family time is definitely the best time. I mean, you get to enjoy making memories together, right?
The fact that we can do it and still protect Maryland makes it even that much better because we get her to the beach, protect her from the sun, and she's there while we make things in the sand with the kids.
That's awesome. Do you have any extra good beach tips for, staying safe in the sun or
Well,
traveling out into the sand itself?
we actually have a UV tent. We go ahead of time and set it up. And then we get Marilyn down there, so she goes right into that underneath the UV tent and protected from the sun. And we set it up ahead of time. So, and you got to plan it. So we plan it, then we go down, set the chairs up, then Marilyn comes down, and then all the kids are there while she's there.
That's perfect.
Which, with myositis, that's not something you can just say, okay, let's just go when you want to go. You got a plan to go.
Right. It's worth
Sun
the preparation,
clothing
though.
too, lots of sun clothing.
Yeah, definitely. And that sun at the beach is definitely, comes off strong off the water. That's for sure.
Does.
Lori, I'd like to add, back when my father was living, of course, we had our place at the beach equipped so that he could be really comfortable at the condo there. And we had transportable ramps so that he would have an easier time being able to go to the restaurants and get over the curbs and so forth with his permobile wheelchair. and to be able to get onto the balcony where sometimes there's a little bit of a lip,
Yeah.
on that transition from the inside to the outside of a balcony and so forth. So we had things like that equipped so that he would be able to be more comfortable, and having the shower especially equipped and the sinks and so forth, so they were at the right height for him. So
Those are
some
great
some
tips.
ways that we can prepare in advance so that everyone can really enjoy equally.
Yeah.
We also found that we go to Wildwood, New Jersey, and there's a service provided where they actually pick you up at the hotel when you're handicapped, drive you down to where your family is, and then drive you back to your hotel or wherever you're staying. And that's free of charge, provided by the Wildwood Association.
Wow. That's really great to know. I
It
mean,
is. So we set up, like I said, and then they
right.
drive Marilyn down, because you're getting from the hotel to where you set up on the beach is not easy walking through the sand.
Yeah, it's a
Sure.
long beach down there.
Right.
You know, I recently had a member of our myositis community tell me about her beach walker. It's a special adaptive walker with like bigger wheels that the sand doesn't get stuck in. And I was so happy to hear about that product. We contacted them to see if they would like to exhibit or attend the upcoming conference. But we are very interested in trying to find products that help us all live our best lives in all 4 seasons. So if you have any ideas like that too, please keep them coming in the chat, or you can email us. iapc@myositis.org is our special email address for conference questions or any clarifications that we can provide about the conference. My email is also paula@myositis.org.
Perfect. I saw Mariel, could you share what that was called, the beach connection? I see a question in the chat. Like, what's the proper like terminology for it if they were to look it up?
Sorry, I'm viewing from my phone, so I'm trying
Sure.
to see that question. Could you repeat exactly what the question was?
Sure. They just wanted to know what was that connection for that you take to the beach for your dad? What was that called again? Like what's the actual term for it? If they were
Well, let's see. We have a condominium at Topsail Beach, and so it is specially equipped to be handicap friendly. And so that all those necessary accessories and showering and so forth were designed with him in mind. And then there were the transportable ramps.
transportable ramps.
Yes,
Gotcha.
maybe that's what we were thinking. And so it just allows to lay over the transition areas. We got those from the durable medical equipment store that supplied a lot of our myositis related tools and resources here in North Carolina. That's called Orthopedic Service Company, where we went, and they equipped the vehicle and so forth. So a lot of those items. But if anyone has any questions, they're welcome to reach out to me on that.
That would be great. And I see people are excited to meet you guys in person as well. All right, so this meet and greet, it is IAPC focused, so we're super excited, like we said to be there September 6th through the 8th in Baltimore, Maryland, celebrating our connections. As a community, we want to be able to connect, and getting to come together once a year at the annual patient conference is oftentimes a great way to do that.
And Lori, we are so honored to have a super special guest in the audience. I don't know if you want to let everybody know, and then we can do a little extra meet and greet in the chat, maybe. We have with us Karen Alexander, our Patient Ambassador Award recipient, who's in the audience. So you guys might see her responding along here, and she is planning to be with us all weekend. So we are so excited to meet you in person, Karen, and so excited to honor you with the Patient Ambassador Award for your work, not only as a groundbreaking fashion supermodel and mom and hospice volunteer, but also as a dermatomyositis warrior. And we're so grateful that you've been using your extensive platform since 2019 to increase myositis awareness. And now you're here virtually, and soon we'll all be together in Baltimore. I'm like so excited.
Great to have you, Karen. Thank you. All right, so we have a poll for you guys. We would like to know how many IAPCs you have attended. So will this be your first one that you're coming to? It should be popping up on your screen right now. Or have you been 1 to 3 times, 4 to 6 times, 7+ times, or have you never attended one, but maybe you're here considering it?
Oh, we have quite a few first-time attendees I'm seeing in the preliminary poll responses coming in. So Rachel is doing the polls for us. Thanks, Rachel. And after everybody responds, then she'll close it and we can all look at the results together.
Awesome.
And we've got here, yep, here in the chat. Now, Joe Sanchez, Myositis Joe, I would have guessed you had been to a lot more conferences than that. You know everyone and everything. Ed and Marilyn, you've been to double-digit conferences, right?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, 9 in person, 2 on the virtual, and this will be our 10th in-person one.
That's awesome.
That's truly awesome.
And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like every time that you show up to an annual patient conference, it's always so nice to see people, that you've met at previous ones. It's like family and coming home again, right?
It is, and I get disappointed when our peeps aren't there.
Yes, exactly. All right, so let's see. It looks like awesome. We have 25% of our viewers. This will be their first IAPC. And then we have another 25% that they haven't attended one, but they're definitely considering it. And then we have a good amount that fall in between that 1 to 6 times. And then we do have almost 20% that are 7+ times. So I mean, this is kind of cool, Paula. This will be your second one. Even though it's your first year, this will be your second one because you did get to join us out in San Diego last year.
Yes, but I missed some of the best parts, like the special sessions and getting acquainted, which I know we're going to talk about in a little bit. So it feels like my first in some ways.
Gotcha. Well, I'm excited. I believe I'm at the double-digit number as well this year. So I got side railed one year because a hurricane decided to hit Florida and we had to leave, and so I had to go with my parents and my dog and my children out of the state. But super excited to add another one to the count. So I wanted to go ahead and take a second and give Muriel the floor. She is, as I mentioned earlier, a wonderful member of our board of directors. We're grateful to have her part of our team. And she also, you can see this beautiful picture of her and her daughter. Last year, we were honored with them with their superhero capes and all, providing a session to our myositis community. So maybe can you share a little bit of your perspective or, things that you've enjoyed or been able to take part in to give people a glimpse and insight into, what it's like for a care partner to attend our conferences.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share with everyone today.
Sure.
When my father was in the throes of living with IBM, I would always try to encourage him to attend. And I'd say, Dad, I will be there every step of the way with you. We'll make every possible opportunity for you to be comfortable. And I know the Myositis Association will do that as well. But I was trying to allay any of his concerns with travel. And I think we didn't really get to that point, but he would participate virtually. After my dad passed, at least 6 years of our lives, if not more, maybe I guess about 10, were spent with my IBM being at the forefront of every moment of our lives. And so at that point, I thought, my gosh, we can't just stop. We can't, move forward as though IBM is not still a part of our lives and the community is not still a part of our lives and TMA is not. So my daughter, my mother and I traveled to San Diego, and it was such a blessing for us. I can't tell you. I think probably it was really healing for us. I hope and pray that we made a contribution that was beneficial to others, but we probably got so much more just by all the love and support and hugs and just seeing familiar faces. It was really wonderful. A sense of community that we really had been blessed to experience through the support group, through the North Carolina support groups locally, but even to get a broader perspective by seeing everyone there in person. So it was really wonderful. I think we felt a sense of comfort. In fact, I picked up my daughter this afternoon from driver's ed, and I said, I'm participating in this call today. What were your experiences at the Myositis Association conference last year? What would you like to share? And she said she felt such a sense of comfort of being around others who were like her grandfather, who had the same type of experience, seeing promobile wheelchairs again, and seeing others that were, facing the same kind of mobility challenges. And she felt as though there was a role there that we could help to maybe share our perspective and tips and things that we'd found that worked for us. And so we were able to continue to be a part of the community. So I'm really grateful for that. I would really encourage anyone who is a little bit nervous about travel to reach out to any of us on the board, anyone at the Myositis Association's administration. I am certain that we will find ways to help to be of support, whether or not it's in terms of the mobility equipment that you might need to be comfortable, or communicating with the hotel to make sure that the accommodations are supportive. It is such a wonderful time. And I think sometimes to be able to, we can never really fully dismiss IBM or the other forms of myositis from our lives, but we can still enjoy life, and we can find ways to do it in just a beautiful way. And so coming to the conference is a way to do that. You can change your environment, still get the support you need, receive new information to be able to live the best life possible. New resources. We were able to sample demos of new equipment. I think that was extremely exciting. Able to speak with pharmaceutical companies about how we might be able to spur research and what types of patient research opportunities exist currently. So it really is just a positive experience.
That is awesome to hear. And I really appreciate your perspective and showing that, myositis diseases are something that affect your entire family, and everyone is a part of the myositis community. And I know that I can connect with that too, because after my brother passed, I came to my first conference and everyone was just so welcoming, and they took you in. So we can definitely empathize and connect with one another and lend each other an ear to listen, a hug, an extension of our heart, whatever it might be, and just know that we're not alone, in this myositis journey, which I think is really, really important.
Absolutely.
And I can't help but point out, you did have on your superhero capes. So do you want to share what those were about?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think I'm trying to
With
think.
Rhonda?
Right. I think
Yeah.
that was just before those capes were just being unveiled, and we happened to be with the proper I think the instigator of that idea
Yes.
at the time. I don't know if it's just leak out all of that information, but I think we had the opportunity to record a really uplifting and positive message for her.
Yes.
And it was really wonderful, and it really helped us to feel a really strong part of this community.
Absolutely.
So, another way to do so.
It was a great way to honor Rhonda as one of our myositis warriors out there. She's truly a superhero, and it was a nice way to honor her.
It really was beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much, Mariel. Let's see. We're going to talk about something new this year, you guys. Last year when we were out in San Diego, it actually we were chatting with some people in attendance, and one of the things they were sharing was they wish they had the opportunity for excursions and checking out different things that were, you know, in the area, because taking the time to travel and make plans for that, it's nice to then to get to see things that are of importance in that area. So, Paula, do you want to share a little bit about these wonderful upcoming excursions that we have?
Yes, we're really excited. All of the excursions take place on Friday, September 6th. The excursion to NIH departs first at 8:30 a.m. And that's going to be a really incredible opportunity to see behind the scenes at America's largest research hospital. So we have Dr. Adam Schiffenbauer on TMA's medical advisory board, and he and Dr. Lisa Ryder, who head up the autoimmunity group in the National Institute for Environmental Health Sciences, have put together an amazing itinerary, special behind the scenes tours of the clinical center, as well as talks from globally renowned myositis experts. So there will also be a lunch with that excursion. There's sort of a similar but slightly shorter scientific excursion to Johns Hopkins, which departs at 9:30 that morning on Friday. And from TMA's medical advisory board at that institution, we have Dr. Lisa Christopher Stein and Dr. Julie Pack, who co-direct the Myositis Center. And we'll be able to see some of the PTOT clinic at Hopkins and hear from the entire group at the Myositis Center, including Doctors Maima Albeida and Payam Moasel and several other colleagues. And then we'll all have lunch together and head back to the hotel. And then for the sightseeing excursion, this departs at 10:30 and is primarily a driving tour, and it's the shortest excursion. So we wanted to offer a variety. I mean, it's really a choose your own adventure kind of a day, you know, and we have great registration numbers for all three. So we're excited to see what kind of feedback we get on the excursions. The sightseeing tour, you know, we read all of the evaluations. I printed them. I highlighted in like 7 different highlighter colors, different sort of themes. And one theme that really emerged was when you travel to come to the TMA conference, it takes a lot to get there. It's a big lift physically, mentally, financially. And so we really want to bring the best of the host city to you. And Baltimore is fabulous. So on this tour, you'll see some of the super fun neighborhoods in Baltimore, like Little Italy and Fells Point. And also what's pictured here is the island, Fort McHenry, I guess on an island, peninsula, but that's where the national anthem was penned by Francis Scott Key in the War of 1812. So there's going to be a little bit of culture and a little bit of history. And they're all like, I'm going to flip a coin that day and decide which bus I jump on to ride with you guys for, because they all sound so cool.
I completely agree. I know that you know, it's just a little bit of options for everybody in a variety of different ways. So I'm excited that we have the opportunity to provide these this year. And definitely, like Paula said, we would love some feedback. We'd love to know how we could do it, you know, even better in the future. So keep us posted and you know, let us know. We're excited. Oh, okay. So we do have another poll question. And
We
I
don't have the
apologize.
right
because
question here. Yes, but the answers are correct. So this was because, you know, we see how many people are signing up for the excursions, but we don't know what you guys are most interested in for 2025 or beyond. So we thought we would ask this audience, Rachel, if you want to open the next poll to see what other kinds of activities you're interested in pre-conference or post-conference, because somebody suggested that we could do a sightseeing excursion on Sunday afternoon, excuse me, like after the conference ends next year for those who have late flights or if you can't get home that day. Rachel, can you field this poll?
I'm trying, but since I'm so
Okay.
sorry, since I didn't name
That's
it
okay.
right, I'm trying. Here it is. This one is extended activities. One moment.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your
No
patience.
problem. Thank
So,
you, Rachel.
I'll
There
share
you
our
go.
little story from last year. I'll give a shout out to Margot, our friend my friend in Canada, that I met in San Diego, and we had late flights actually on the last day of the conference. So we were sitting in the lobby, started chatting up a storm, and realized, hey, you know what? We should go check out the area. So we looked it up online, found a sightseeing tour. And we got to check out all the different areas and landmarks throughout San Diego, which was pretty neat. We had a lot of giggles along the way. And I think the best part to it was I met someone completely new, and we really got to know each other. And now that was a little way for us to connect. And then now this year, we're looking forward to seeing each other at this year's conference. So it's really, you never know what you might get out of the conference, and it might be lifelong friends and lots of giggles along the way. Those help. All right. So do you want to go ahead and close the poll so we could see how it's coming?
And spoiler alert, everybody wants everything. That's why I love working at TMA. This is the best job because we just can try an idea and you guys will let us throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks. So this is really cool because it's really almost an even distribution across all of the options. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that openness to trying new things. And I think we'll try to put together at least one excursion next year for sure, based on this and assuming the evaluation results are positive for Baltimore.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you taking part. All right. So let's talk about another way. We are in Baltimore. If you didn't know, this is for you, Ed. Okay. But Babe Ruth was actually born in Baltimore, Maryland. And so even though he's our favorite Yankee player, right? We are right across the street from the Baltimore Orioles. And so we thought on Friday we could connect and wear our favorite baseball jersey or team shirt to the conference. So don't forget, think about your jersey or a team shirt that supports a baseball team that you enjoy. Make sure to pack that in your luggage so that we can show our spirit. And we might even have something baseball related to pique our interest on Friday as well. Right, Paula?
Yes, I can neither confirm nor deny that the Baltimore Orioles mascot may make an appearance
There you go.
at some point on Friday.
We should maybe have like a mascot dance off, like the mascot versus myositis attendees,
I like that thought.
I think Ed would take part in that one.
I do have to say
Got the
though,
moves.
I don't have a baseball jersey, so is it okay if I wear a jersey from a different sport, like maybe Women's World Cup soccer?
100%.
Okay.
100%. We would just like you to be sporty in the spirit, right? So whatever sport it is that really makes you happy works for us. So Paula, actually, do you want to tell us a little bit about on Friday afternoon, just other ways, if you're new to attending, you may not be aware that we try to, purposely have opportunities for you to connect with others in different capacities. So do you want to share out some of these ways that we're doing that?
Sure. On Friday afternoon in Baltimore, we have getting acquainted sessions, and there are breakouts for each form of myositis. So IBM, PM, DM, NM, also a breakout for care partners. And these will be preceded 2 weeks earlier by virtual getting acquainted sessions with the same lineup of breakouts. So we're expecting 400 attendees for the conference, maybe more. And even in breakouts, it's hard to meet everybody else who's there with, your specific form of myositis or your specific concern. So we are doing some virtual content beforehand. We'll do the virtual getting acquainted. Then Friday afternoon, we have in-person getting acquainted. And new this year, post-conference, we are offering a staying acquainted set of virtual breakouts. So again, the same breakout rooms, but we really, the theme is celebrating our community, and to be a community, we have to connect, and we have to do that more than once, right? Community isn't built in a one-off. So that's the plan for Friday afternoon, and also pre and post conference.
Awesome. Another thing too, during Saturday with lunch with the, oftentimes we'll sit by region. So that's been kind of nice too. Ed and Marilyn, do you guys want to give any perspective into that?
Yeah, one of the nice things about sitting by region is that's how you really meet new friends. When you're sitting there, we found somebody from our region we didn't even know, and they weren't that far from us. So sitting there first of all, with somebody else that has myositis, because you probably never met anybody before with myositis in many cases. And then to sit at a table with people, there was a connection, which Marilyn still has a lot of connection and talks. I'm not a computer wizard, but Marilyn still talks to a lot of the people we met at the conferences.
Yeah, we chat, you know, by text, or we send cards to each other just to kind of lift each other up and support each other. It's great because you've actually found people that, you know, you have the same thing in common, but you are also in the same region, because until you come to a conference, most of us have never found anyone with the same, you know, disease, or, you know, been able to talk to anyone besides a doctor. So it's a wonderful connection that we love. And we always meet new people. And that's, again, you know, what we love about it is the meeting of the new people and keeping our contacts going with the people that we've met in the past.
You know, most times people say, like to Marilyn and I, you know, 12 conferences, don't you get bored? Haven't you seen everything? And it's just the opposite. We see something fresh and new every time we go, whether it's people or processes. Marilyn found IVIG treatment through the conference. So there's always something that you find that's new and you connect with. And that's what keeps us going back again and again, because it just never gets old. It's always fresh. And that connection, you know, Myositis Joe and a few other people we've met over the years, and Lori, we're actually going to a wedding down in Long Island from a person we met at the conference. She's getting married and we got invited to the wedding, so we're going down to it.
That's so awesome. That is so awesome. I remember getting to meet her for the first time at her first conference.
Yep.
Mhm.
It'd be a great opportunity. And like
And
Joe
we do
mentioned-
have a number of new sessions this year, just interjecting here, Lori. For
Yeah.
example, TMA's first ever session about CAR T, cell therapy as a possible treatment for myositis down the pike, and a whole lot of other new sessions. We really took great care to make sure that we brought back a lot of the favorites, but also to introduce new sessions. And those will be sort of marked in the program with a little bubble that says new 2024, so you can't miss them.
Great.
And what's exciting, you know, trying to tap in, we get to tap into our, you know, world-renowned MAB members, which is the Medical Advisory Board members, and their expertise at these conferences. You know, they rotate through getting to, you know, come and attend and speak, and it's absolutely wonderful to hear, you know, from them and hear the latest in the world of myositis. And then it's also great to tap into the local community too. And you know, there's some experts in various areas that can share out with the community, and maybe, you know, learn something new that maybe isn't available in your area currently. You didn't even know it was, or you could learn more about it or bring it to your area. So it's really a great way to learn different things in the different regions that we connect with.
I'll give you an excellent example for this IAPC in 2024. We have a session with faculty and experts from the George Washington University Myositis Clinic. Now, that's predominantly a juvenile myositis clinic. It's one of the Cure JM Centers of Excellence, but there are many research studies there that are relevant to those with adult forms of myositis. And of course, we know that kids with JM do eventually become adults with DM, right? So there's a panel there about flares and adult versus juvenile myositis and some of the other insights from that work. And it's great to be in the same area. And that's one of the reasons, as Lori said, the conference kind of moves around the country so we can bring out the best by region.
Absolutely. And so let's ask a question here. What is probably your favorite part to attending conferences, or do you have a favorite one that you've attended? We'll start with you guys, the McGraths.
Oh, by far, our favorite part is meeting the medical board and getting, you know, new information from them. and, seeing what each of them is doing in their field is so rewarding, because you just feel like someone is out there putting everything, forward for us, and that is really, really special to us. Secondly is the people, of course. We just love meeting the people. We love, sharing our experiences. We love, just keeping in contact. Some of these people have no one else, to talk with, so we keep in contact with them, and that is by far our best, part of the conference.
One of my favorites in every conference is when I get to sit down and talk to somebody that is going there for the first time. It's really a good feeling when you sit down and talk to somebody outside the break rooms, where we're sitting on the couch or whatever, and just getting to know them and talking to them. And it just feels great when you get somebody that's there for the first time and they're a little bit concerned, they're not real sure, and then you see their whole body relax because they feel comfortable, and there's a connection that's made. And now we make those connections with all those various people when we go to the conferences.
I love that you brought that up. I'm going to skip ahead here. I'm going to skip that one real quick and head over here to something else that's new this year, which is conference buddies. Because like you just said, that's rewarding for you to help someone else, and it's helping them tremendously as a first-time attendee. So this year we are having conference buddies. We're super excited because we do have a lot of those that are registered that are first-time attendees. And essentially what we're going to do is connect you with someone who has attended a conference before, and get some heads up. You might want to connect before the conference. Maybe they could give you some tips on, how to prepare properly, or what to, looking at the agenda, what it is that you want to make sure you don't miss. How to also space out your time, because I will say this, and I hear it every year, everyone's always so excited to be there, but you also have to remember you got to take care of yourself, right? So you need to carve out some downtime. If your body's telling you slow it down for a minute, that's okay. There's someone who can give you some insight into a session that maybe you plan to attend that you just need to, be a little low key for a minute. That's fine. And if you have this conference buddy, that's another way to keep connected with what's going on, and just have some guidance along the way. So we did, it's, one of the ways to volunteer as well by being a conference buddy. And it's just a good connection point, and to kind of calm some nerves prior to attending, as well as when you get there, hopefully connecting with a familiar face because you've gotten to chat with them and connect beforehand.
It's a wonderful
So,
idea.
yeah. And Paul, are we still accepting conference buddies?
Yes, we definitely are. I put a link in the chat to where you can sign
Perfect.
up online. We have a host of different volunteer opportunities because we are truly a very small micro staff here at TMA. So we really rely on all of you all year long, but we work alongside you, especially at the conference. So you can definitely still sign up to be a conference buddy. We have so many first timers, about 100, let me try to do this math, 106 first time attendees have
Wow.
registered so far. So yes, please sign up. It is not too late to help. And I love that we see
questions about the volunteer opportunities. What should we do? Who should we contact?
the best contact is the conference email, iapc@myositis.org. We can all access that, and it's one of the things that helps us.
Hello, everyone. I have lost Lori and Paula is frozen. So yes, while they are coming back on, this is Rachel. I look a mess, so I'm not coming on screen, but I will let everyone know that if you want to volunteer, you can find the chat in the chat the link. You can also write IAPC. Ed, I'm already gonna be calling on you. And
I'm ready.
also,
Me too.
I'll be the one organizing the volunteers. So you will hear from me once I get to, I think on August 2nd, that's this Friday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's this Friday. Gosh, it's coming up. I am going to be getting everything. You know what? I'm gonna come off. I'm gonna come off. You guys can just deal with it. All right. Some of
You
you are
look great,
probably
Rachel. No problem.
thanks. No makeup, no anything, but I am here and we're gonna get this done. But yeah, I'm really excited about the volunteering, and Ed has been so great. You know, one of the things that we do is mic running. Because of the recordings, we really have to get the Q&A portion of the thing where all the questions are loud enough to be in the recording. So we have a volunteer role where every single time they just walk around and make sure that they can hear it. And so that's a good one. This year, we're so excited. We're going to have like a creativity corner where you can get your personality ribbons when you sign in, but you can also do some coloring. And we're going to have some adaptive colors for some people. You know, it might be hard to hold regular crayons. So we're going to have some stuff with that. And then also people can make personality ribbons. And so there will be one person that is going to be hosting that little section. And so that's an exciting one. Guys, I hope you don't mind, but I just went ahead and took over. So
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
nobody,
We were just texting each other, freaking out. We're like, wait, we were kicked out.
to mind that I am in a t-shirt with no makeup,
Yep.
but I just kept it going. I'm just surprised I lost both of you at the same time. But anyway, I was just letting them know about the roles, the volunteer roles, and the creativity corner that we're going to do. And yeah, so they're all good on the volunteer section. If you want to reshare the slides, you can, and we'll pick up where we left off.
I'm not sure I can from my cell phone.
Well, Lori,
Nope, I
showed
got
the
them up.
slides.
Yep, I got them up.
Okay.
No problem. Thanks for running
Okay.
with that one there, Rachel.
No problem.
It was like a little bit of panic when the person that I texted Paula to say, hey, I got kicked off. And then she's like, I lost power. So, so I'm glad to see
Okay,
all
I'm
your
going
wonderful
back.
faces.
I'm going back hiding.
Okay. All right. So, if you don't mind there, Rachel, launching this next poll. So what kind of session interests you the most at IAPC? Is that care partner sessions, clinical trials, research, wellness and self-care, ask the doc in person Q&A, understanding your diagnosis, or something else? So I'll give you a second to check that out. All right. I'm going to close that one out and let's see. Awesome. So we're totally connected here, right? So we want to hear about wellness and self-care. That's overwhelmingly an important one, which I think is really, really great. Also ask the doc in person questions and answers. Comes in with a tight second, and then understanding my diagnosis as a close third. So this is fantastic. Fantastic to know. All right, I'm going to scoot forward because I had jumped around there. And we wanted to talk a little bit about the Heroes in the Fight Gala. We're excited, as Paula had mentioned earlier. There's Miss Karen Alexander, who will be joining us as a Patient Ambassador Award winner. You'll also, many of you will recognize Dr. Tom Lloyd there in the bottom right, and his wonderful work with IBM and the Veterans Group and whatnot. And then we are also recognizing the Karolinska University Hospital for the work that they've done around myositis and exercise, and extremely excited to have them there. So if you haven't signed up for the Heroes in the Fight Gala, we definitely encourage you to come to that. We will definitely have a great time this is really a great opportunity to celebrate and be inspired, by what is going on there throughout the myositis community, from research experts to wonderful patient ambassadors to even recognizing wonderful volunteers. We have a new award this year that we're excited to share out. So keep an eye on your inbox next week for some additional details on that one. Right, Paula?
Yes, special announcement coming soon about a new volunteer award. And we were just having a moment in the chat talking about what else we can do for our volunteers. So that feels really appropriate. And I would just like to say that I am a huge fangirl of all three of the faces on the slide. I already geeked out about Karen. Let me geek out for a minute about the woman in the middle, who is Dr. Ingrid Lundberg. She founded the Myositis Clinic at Karolinska University Hospital in Sweden in 1993, and she has been described to me as the godmother of myositis research. She founded the Global Conference on Myositis. I'm so excited she's coming to accept the award, and we'll also have special acceptance remarks from Dr. Helene Alexanderson from Karolinska in the Myositis Clinic. And then Dr. Lundberg will be giving a talk about some of the work that's underway in the scientific community for diagnosis and classification criteria in myositis. So I just think these three individuals and the institutions they're affiliated with and the community that is going to come together Saturday night, like I just get goosebumps. It's going to be such a fun and significant and meaningful party.
Completely agree. Completely agree. We're very appreciative for the opportunity to honor these individuals and, and just come together doing something fun. And you could get a little dressed up if you'd like for the gala, or come as you are. Either which way, we're happy you're there and looking forward to celebrating the work being done. So thank you to everyone on this screen here. Yes. So we're going to roll out with this poll here, and we'll explain why in a second. But if you don't mind, which PT session at the IAPC sounds the most exciting? Is it OT for myositis, PT for IBM, PT for other forms of myositis, Hints and Hacks by Allison Fisher, or National PT Leaders Ask Me Anything panel with the APTA CEO Justin Moore? Which one interests you?
I can't answer this question as a panelist, but I'm super excited that Justin Moore is coming to the TMA conference to meet myositis patients. That's pretty cool to have the CEO of the American Physical Therapy Association coming to learn from us.
Agree.
Marilyn, which of the PT sessions that we usually have at the conference do you find especially helpful?
Oh, I believe you're on mute.
We usually go to the ones with what's her name now? I can't forget her name. Leslie.
Mm-hmm.
And we really find her enjoyable. She's very entertaining while she is still giving you lots of information on ways to do things and ways to help with PT. But I have to be honest, this new one sounds fabulous. So I would definitely be looking forward to that.
Awesome. We're excited, because I think one thing that we find too is people are from all over the US, all over the world that attend the conferences. And, some places they have access to, fantastic OT and PT opportunities, and other places, they're trying to work with their physical therapist to find out, hey, what is right for me with myositis, and how can I, best keep my strength? And so I think this is a really great opportunity for the head of the APTA to hear directly from the patients and what their needs are, so that hopefully on a more global basis, and at least nationally, but then hopefully global basis, we can get more and more information out there to help myositis patients. Awesome. Well, I know we're coming up close on time here, so We have something else really exciting to share before we wrap it up for the day, and that is another way to stay connected is we've heard through the years that we like the opportunity to have a conference app so that we can stay informed and be up to date with the sessions and where are they taking place and communicate with one another. So, Paula, you want to give us a little insight on that one?
Sorry, power's
No,
still flickering. A little insight on the app.
oh yes, the app. Yep.
Yes, so we're really excited about this. Um, and I hope that it's a good resource to plan for your conference time and then also to use on site. It'll be a way to share additional information and handouts if any of the sessions have handouts beyond the slide decks, which will be available on our website like usual, and up to the minute scheduling, which room is which. There's a really cool social feed where we can all kind of share our reactions to the sort of insights and things that we're learning. And I really hope that it helps with connections too. We're still providing the business cards at registration. And, you know, when the conference has 400 people, it's probably feasible to talk to at least half of those in person, but maybe you can DM the other half in the app. So hopefully it's a good tool. We did an app once before. We had pretty good feedback. We wanted to try it again. We'll be very interested in your thoughts.
Absolutely. And don't forget, if you have those business cards, you will have those business cards and then this app opportunity. And then also with the new follow-up after the conference for staying connected, continuing to stay connected, definitely take advantage of those opportunities to keep these relationships, growing and flowing and helping one another. All right, you
Do you
guys.
mind if I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Because it just reminded me about the app. One of the things that is so awesome in general is that our presenters are going to be providing the slides ahead of time again, so you don't have to stress about being in the session and writing your notes. You can print them out before you even come, or you can access the slides in person on the app. So that is to help it be a little bit easier on you, and I'm very excited about that particular portion.
Great point. Great point. And it's nice because it gives you the opportunity to sit there and be present in the moment and take in what it is you're learning from these experts. So awesome. Now listen, we're going to be here and we want to know about Baltimore's best. So we asked our local expert, which is Nancy Marks Erickson. She is our Florida friend down here in Florida, but she also actually is from the Baltimore area and resides there half the year. So she said, if you want to DoorDash it when you're up here, some people are coming in earlier, some people are staying later. These are definitely the places you don't want to miss out on. Sobo Cafe, Nick's Seafood for Crabs, places in Little Italy. I'll be honest, I travel a lot. I haven't met a Little Italy that I don't like, so I'm pretty sure that's a good choice. And then THB Bagels or Samos in McHenry Row. So definitely you'll want to check those out. But on top, so thank you very much, Nancy, for sharing that with us. We appreciate your local expertise. And don't forget, if you go to the main myositis website, there you could download TMA's top 10 travel tips for the IAPC for 2024. Everything from the hotel, getting there, you can rent scooters and power wheelchairs, things to do, dining, pharmacies, all of the things to hopefully help you make great preparation plans for your travel to the conference. So that is really all that we had. So as we're closing out here and honoring everyone's time, just wanted to take a moment to say a huge, huge thank you to Mariel and Marilyn and Ed. Appreciate you sharing your insight and your perspective today, and can't wait to give all of you a hug in person and maybe have some hand pies and watch some Yankee baseball too along the way. But thank you guys so much. And Paula, any closing remarks? Paula gets the MVP.
No, we're so excited. Can't wait to see you.
She's holding in on power outages, and I just we got to give her grace. her power went out, her thing blew up, her internet blew up, and she literally went down the road to her friend's house. So she's not even at her house, but she's dedicated and couldn't be more excited to share out with you guys today because her and the TMA crew,
Oh, man, this is amazing. I am so glad I came today. Should have made my face, should have put my face on, but I am happy to close out. We are at the end of the hour. If you have any questions, please send them on to IAPC at myositis.org, and we will get back to you as fast as we can. And also, if this particular broadcast convinced you to come, Angie, if this is what's going to tip your husband to say, yes, let's go, I really want to know. And we look forward to seeing you in the conference. So thank you guys so much. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.